here is the Happy Baby Original Carrier. This is a carrier that can hold your baby who is 7 pounds all the way up until they're 45 pounds. And you can wear them on your front, facing in towards you, and you can wear it on your back. This carrier does not have the option to face out, but there are other carriers that can do that, and it's a really small window of time where that's actually comfortable for the carrier, the adult. So this is personally my favorite carrier. I feel like it's the most versatile and the most comfortable that of the ones that Happy Baby makes. And so I'm going to show you a few things about it. One, this one is a linen carrier. They make cotton linen blends and another tencel fabric, which is super, super breathable. These are really nice for people who live in warm weather. So a couple things that I'm going to show you about these. First is the chest strap, which actually, if you're wearing them on your front, goes in the back. But these all come with an adjustable chest strap on these rails that slide. And one thing I see a lot of people that don't realize, either they don't realize that they move, or they have them in the wrong spot. So one of the most comfortable places that most people have them is slid all the way down, like I have here. So that's really nice. Another thing about the chest clip is you don't actually want it to be very weight bearing. It's mostly just there to keep your shoulder straps up so they don't slide off. So you don't want it to feel very tight. These straps on the top here have a couple of purposes. I'm sorry if you see me flinching, it's because I have a kitten down here who has decided to attack all of the straps that are dangling. And she's missing and getting my leg instead. So where was I? Yes, the top. These hold where the hood goes, and I'll show you that in a little bit. Another handy thing that they can do is if you have a purse or a bag, you can open it up and put the shoulder strap in it and close it so that it doesn't fall off your shoulder. It's a really handy tip. Another thing to mention is the inside has cinching. This cinching serves an incredible purpose. It makes this carrier be very versatile and adjustable for your baby's size. When your baby is a newborn and you're wearing them with their legs in the froggy position, you want this cinching all the way out. The other reason you would want it all the way out is if you're carrying a larger child. I have a teeny tiny baby, so I am going to, I'll show you a little bit about the newborn carrier. I can try. I don't know if she'll let me. She's a little into standing up lately. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. When you have a smaller baby, you want it to go right up under your bust. And actually, you'll probably want to do this for a while, up until your baby gets bigger. I haven't actually had experience with that yet. I've only been a mom for not even 3 months, and for half of the first month, she didn't even fit in these, so we're still kind of exploring, but I have learned a lot from watching other people learn about these as they go as well. So I feel pretty confident in this. I should let you know I'm not a professional. I'm just a new mom who's a little bit obsessed with these carriers. So I hope that it's a little bit helpful, but it may not be 100% accurate. So don't hold me to any of this. So when Thea was just barely 7 pounds, we were doing the newborn carry, and I kind of created my own little hack where I basically put the carrier all together. I loosened the straps just enough so that there was still a little bit left so that I could reach it, and I basically put it on like this, and it was nice and big with a big pocket. And what I did is I kind of scooped her up and plopped her in this way. So I'm gonna sort of show you what I did with her. She's probably not gonna let me put her in a newborn position, but I can kind of show you how we used to get there. So, are you ready? Are you ready? You're in such a good mood. I love it. Yes, I do. Starting this with a baby who's pretty content, especially for the first few times, will be very helpful for you. If you're trying to put a screaming baby in here, it's not going to end very well. At least that's my experience. Oh, so here's what I'm doing. I'm basically holding her up to my chest. Obviously, this is kind of a mess looking. She's standing up in it right now. But I'm gonna slide my hand through the bottom here, basically under this shoulder strap, and I'm gonna hold her bum with this hand. I'm gonna pretend she's a newborn again. You're very not a newborn anymore. And then with my other hand, I'm gonna reach in and I'm just gonna pull her leg up into the correct position. I don't know if you can see that, but her knee is nice and high while she's letting me sort of do it. Ooh, never mind. But you want her feet to be nice and high. So we do that on one side. I know you don't want to have your feet so smooshed. And then I'm holding her bum with my other hand, and I do it with the other hand, and I pull this up. At this point, this is not actually happening right now, but you want her bum to be holding all of her weight. She's standing up right now. She's not going to let me do it, but that's kind of how you get her situated. I'm going to finish the rest of this with a stuffed bunny. Here you go, baby. Ooh. Here you go. So we're going to pretend that this bunny is the baby I just put in. So here we go. I had my hand in here holding her bum. I adjusted her legs. I know, it's so silly, huh? Pull it up, and as you can see, that made these looser. So I reach back. I grab this strap. I kind of pull down and then forward. I'm not going to squeeze it very tight. I'm going to leave it kind of loose. Again, on the other side, down and forward. And that should kind of get your baby bunny in the right kind of spot. Let's not attack the baby. Let's not attack the baby. Okay? And then you're good to go. A few things that you want to note with the newborn carry is that their heads are going to be a little bit lower in the top. You can fold down this top part to kind of reveal their heads a little bit more. Another thing that you can do is you can unzip this part and use the hood to kind of help protect their head as well. I'll show you the hood a little bit later because it's pretty cool. And that's basically it. As soon as baby's really pushing up with their legs and not wanting to sit totally on their bum, that's when you'll want to transition to legs out, which is what I'm going to show you right now. So to take them out, you hold your hand here. I reach back and just loosen the arm straps. Then I let baby come down. If I have a newborn, my hand is obviously on their head. I unclip it and you take your baby out. I have a crazy kitty, as you can see. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cinch. And I am cinching all the way because I have a very tiny little baby. And it's going to sit on her thighs just behind her knees. They say knee to knee, meaning that you want it supported under their legs from the back of their knee towards their bum, but not further than the crook of where their knee is. If it's past the crook of their knee, then you need to cinch it more. One thing you can do, I should have showed you this before putting this on. You can, if your baby is still super tiny, I had to do this for a while, you can reach the cinching around the outside and cinch around the outside of the carrier, and that basically does the same thing. It just creates an even smaller seat. So we are just barely into being able to cinch from the inside. It is still a little bit close, but you'll see what I mean in a second. So this is how I get her in now. I'm not going to preload as I was doing with the newborn. She's a little too big for that. So, are you ready? Are you ready? I am gonna take my time with this. One thing that I found really helps, especially if your baby's like kind of cranky, which she's sort of not right now. She usually is though. It usually takes me a minute to get her like to realize it's a good thing. If it's your first time using a carrier with a baby, go slow. If you're rushing it, they're probably gonna hate it. So take your time, go slow. You're not gonna just be able to throw her in on the first time. Or he or they or whatever kind of baby you have. Bless you. Bless you. So I'm going to hold her kind of right in the spot. By the way, you'll notice I still have my waistband nice and high. And here we go. I'm going to hold her here, pick up one strap, put it on. And then I'm going to hold her, kind of end the carrier at the same time. Phoebe, you stop tacking Mom's. Oh, she just ran herself right into the tripod. Pick the other side up, go around the back. Now from here, she's secure in the carrier, so she's in there. I know it's not totally tight yet, but she's not going anywhere. I'm going to reach behind me so I can clip the chest strap. And we're not done, don't worry. I'm going to bring her back to me, kind of pull up on this back panel. And just like we did with the newborn carry, we're going to reach back, pull the strap down and in. Oh, are you mad? Not too tight. That's one mistake people make, is sometimes they go too tight. I know. Let me see. Oh, there it is. Here you go, honey. Yeah, there you go. I'm going to do the other side. Reach back, pull down and in. As you can see, we're not too tight. We're still like kind of loose. You can sort of adjust her pants. One thing you want to keep in mind is if your kid is in footies, you always want to check and make sure there's room. A lot of people say no footies, but as long as their toes aren't being jammed and smushed in the footies, they're all right. So you always want to check that if they do have footies on. Phoebe, that is not yours. Now I have to sanitize it again. My gosh, good thing we have a few of them. So there we go. She's in. A few things to note. I will show you that, yes, this is just at the crook of her knee. It's pretty perfect. It's hard to see, but this is just the cinching strap that got pulled out, but that's all right. She can freely wiggle her legs if she wants. As babies grow older, their arms may come out on the top. They may not. It kind of depends on how they like to be. But as you can see, she very much is comfortable right now. Now the hood's very cool. The hood, you can reach out into here and pull out your hood. A few reasons you would use the hood. One, you can block the sun from your baby. I wouldn't use it as the only sun protection. It's just one single sheet of linen, so it won't block all the sun rays, so keep that in mind. I use this if she's napping. That way if I'm like bending over or something, it does kind of catch her head. I know you're not going to really like putting this on. I'll just show one side. So you just slide it in. Ah! I know, you just woke up. You want to play. Pull this through and snap it. Are you want to get out? Should we show everyone how we get out? We have one of my hairs. Ugh. Ugh, mommy. So there you have it. You can see the strap back here. I can't even reach it. It's in the perfect spot. You know it's in a good spot if you can't really reach it. It's extremely comfortable when it's in that sweet spot. I don't have any experience back carrying yet, but you don't want to back carry until your baby's sitting unassisted, which is usually around 6 months. So to take her out, I'm going to loosen the straps. Now I can show you with a real baby loosen the straps. I'm gonna let her dangle, take off my chest clip. I'm not gonna let her fall to the ground. And what are you gonna sleep? Now we're all done. So I think that's all. If there's ever any questions, the people at Happy Baby are so happy to answer them. And you can always email them and get your own fit check if you're still having a hard time. So I'm gonna go take care of this wild cat and feed my baby. I hope this was helpful. Thanks. And a side note, which I totally forgot to talk about and realized that, is this safety strap. This safety strap is really important if you are doing anything where this buckle may come apart. If the buckle comes off, the safety strap is there to make sure your baby does not fall. A cool thing, I find that it's easier to put it on and off while the carrier is buckled. If you unbuckle it, it puts more tension on it, and then it's harder to take off. And that way it's kind of in its next place, ready to go for the next time. So it's not something that you have to do every time that you put it on and off. So I keep it right on the buckle like this. Snap it in, pull it over, and then proceed. It's a nice, quick little extra feature that can help keep your baby extra safe.